Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's Full Potential Show. I'm James Rick, and this is your number one non-boring source for personal development. Today on the line, we have Tohami, best-selling author, motivational speaker, and life purpose coach, author of The Pharaohs Code, Creating a Joyful Life and a Lasting Legacy. It was Amazon number one best-selling motivational book. You can learn more about Tohami and his book at transformationalmotivation.com. Today, we're going to talk about how to live with passion. We're going to help you find your purpose and live with passion. And at the end of today's show, we're going to talk about how to get access to a free life purpose coaching session using the PAS technique, one of the world's easiest way to find your purpose and passion in life. But now I'm going to turn it over to Tohami. Tohami, so great to have you on the Full Potential Show.
James, thank you very much for having me.
It's very good having you here. And one thing that I want to touch on here is how this ties in with Full Potential. I mean, basically, the passion is the juice for your experience as you go through life, whatever you're going to do. And if you don't have the passion in what you're doing, then moment by moment, you're not going to enjoy the process. So this is actually at the core of everything that we teach with Full Potential.
Exactly.
So talk to me about your story and how you discovered that you needed to live your life with passion. I mean, did you always have this passion, or did you move from a place of being unfulfilled to finally doing what you're passionate about?
You know, I believe that you are one idea away from finding your next breakthrough or aha moment. So that's why I always recommend that you expose yourself to as much positive thoughts as you can, and just one thing or one thought will click and you will find your next breakthrough. And I have been searching for my life purpose for 6 years. I wanted to live a unique life. I didn't want that routine or that average life that everyone is living. So I kept on searching and searching and asking myself, what is it that I want to do? What is my purpose in life?
So when you were 6 years old, you discovered your purpose.
No, I've been searching for 6 years.
I know.
But that started in the first year in I believe in college.
Okay.
And then it started in a journey of searching for what is it that I want to do. And one day I stumbled upon a book called Awaken the Giant Within You by Anthony Robbins.
By a giant man.
Exactly. The interesting thing is that back then I didn't know who is Anthony Robbins, and I didn't know that this book is a mega bestseller. I just, I got attracted by this giant man on the cover, and the title was attractive. Awaken the giant within you. I have a giant within. Yes, this is what I'm searching for. How can I awaken this giant? And then I took this book back home, started reading, and the rest is history.
And so this is, how long ago did you start going on this path?
Yeah, now you can say I'm 8 years on this path of doing what I love.
Awesome. And
since 2003.
And is your work all about helping others find their passion? I mean, that's really what you're passionate about, helping other people find their fire.
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, everything that I'm doing, the book, the coaching, the speaking, the training, everything is geared or focusing on helping unfulfilled corporate professionals to safely quit the job that they hate and start designing a life that's more meaningful, passionate, and profitable.
Great, and very succinct in what you do. Let's talk about how you do that. What would you suggest? You know, somebody is in a position right now. I mean, there's a lot of people in this world right now who feel like they have to do what they have to do in order to put money on the table, or food, actually, because nobody's going to eat the money. So they're in a place where they feel like they're obligated, and they're certainly not passionate about feeling obligated to do what they do. What do you suggest they do? What are some of the first steps that you guide them through?
Yeah, look, back in 2007, I started interviewing top success and business gurus about their secrets of success. And I was curious to know what was the transformational point in their lives. And the surprising fact is that whenever I asked that question, I almost received the same answer. And it always came in the form, my life transformed the moment I started to listen to my heart and live with passion. And after doing over 120 interviews with the world's top success and business gurus, and always receiving the same answer, I came to the conclusion that the success secret of all time, the success secrets of all time is that passion is king. And only when you breathe it in can the transformation begin. So don't look for techniques to transform your life. Just look for your passion and it will transform everything.
This is huge. To look for your, I just want to emphasize what you're saying here, Tohami, because we can talk and have a logical discussion and people can listen on a logical level. But this is like, you got to get it. You got to like get into the emotion of tuning in and listening to your heart, because that's where the passion is. You can't just say, oh, this makes sense. You got to like connect with the core, and that's the first lesson. Yes. You know, the Pharaohs has had something amazing written on their temples in Luxor, which says, you will free yourself when you learn how to be neutral and follow the instructions of your heart without letting things perturb you or disturb you. This is the way of Ma'at. And Ma'at is the god of truth and righteousness in ancient Egypt. And you're in Cairo, Egypt, by the way, for those that are watching and listening right now.
Yes.
So a lot of this wisdom comes out of when you talk about the Pharaohs Code and everything. It's all tied to your background there in Egypt.
Yeah. So the interesting thing is that the Pharaohs understood the importance of living with passion. So this is a secret 5,000 years in the making. You know, they believe that the heart is the center of life and the center of all consciousness.
The heart.
So, yeah.
And it took a lot of heart to build those pyramids. So I'm sure that they tapped into something there.
Yeah. So back to your question. Please go ahead.
Okay. So the first key is to get in touch with that passion in you. You're not going to learn it from anybody else other than enough to know that you need to turn within and you need to find that fire.
Yes.
So then where do you go from there? I mean, is there a specific process that you use to turn within, or what are some of the other steps that you suggest they take to kind of take that energy and start channeling it?
Yes, let me share with you my 4-step process, or my 4 P's of turning your passion into profits.
Please share your 4 P's.
The first step is, or the first P is purpose. Okay. And in the purpose, for finding your purpose in life, which basically answering 2 main questions. The first question is how to find joy in my life. And the second question is how to bring joy to others. So when you when you are able to find an answer to these 2 questions, then you can say that you have a purpose in life. And when you find your purpose, you move to the next step, which is the next P, which is practice. Most people fall in the mistake of when they find their purpose, they are very excited and they want to set goals and plans to fulfill that purpose. But this is a mistake, because when they find their purpose, they are entering a new ground that they need to explore first. So they need to enter a phase of practicing, consistent practice and focused practice till they master the skills, connect with the people, and notice the business models, how people are turning that into profit. If your audience can read 2 very important books in this part. The first one is Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, and the second one is Bounce by Matthew Syed.
Balance or Bounce?
Bounce.
Bounce. B-O-U-N-C-E.
Yes.
Okay.
These 2 books are talking about the importance of practice, and that scientific research showed that it takes at least 10,000 hours of focused practice to reach your tipping point, or the point which you master your passion.
Yes.
So you have to practice a lot.
I love what you're saying here, because once you tap into your passion, the first thing you want to do is go out and try to change the world with it. But what you're saying is you have to master the skills and the talents that will make your delivery more leveraged, more powerful.
Yes.
Yeah.
You need to master 3 things. You need to learn, you need to connect, and you need to notice. 3 things. You need to learn all the things that are related to your field of passion, your competition, the products in the market. You need to learn the knowledge. You need to learn the needs of the target market. Everything. You need to learn all the basics, skills, and knowledge related to your field of passion.
Makes sense.
Second thing, you need to connect with people, connect with passionate people in the same field, find mentors. And the last thing is to notice more. Notice how gurus are turning the passion into profits in your field.
This is great, and this really sets up the model for probably what's going to happen next. In other words, why go, once you have the passion, why try to reinvent the wheel or do something that isn't monetizable? It's not going to make you money when there are models out there of people doing what you're passionate about that is actually successful.
Exactly. So this is the second P, or the second step. And the third step is position. So once you figure out, once you practice your passion, once you master the skills, then you need to position yourself in the market of someone who has some value to serve others. So you need to identify who will pay and pay you for what. And to make a big hit in the market, you need to think of Susan Boyle. You need to surprise your target market. The only way you can turn your passion into a worldwide sensation is to take your world by surprise. Susan Boyle is not the best singer in the world. She is not the best singer in the world, but she took the world by surprise in a special event, which is the Got Talent show. She showed as a lady who is old, and her outer appearance was not good and doesn't reflect the magnificent voice that comes out of her. So this
by the way,
moment,
if you haven't seen that video, if you're watching this and you haven't seen that video, check out Susan Boyle on YouTube. What you're saying, Tohami, is that she looked like, you know, and even like the people kind of rolled their eyes when she first came on and said, I'm going to sing like so-and-so, who's like a super successful celebrity in the UK. But when she started singing, she surprised the hell out of him, and eventually she did start singing with her hero. So I like what you're saying. I like the metaphor you use in terms of Susan Boyle. So surprise your audience with value, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Surprise your value,
because
your audience with the experience they didn't expect.
Yes, you need to surprise them with an experience, because there is a lot of great content out there, but unless you can package this content in a way that surprises people in a unique way, in an uncommon way, an experience that makes them consume this value in a unique experience, you will not be able to make it a worldwide sensation.
Can you give me an example of that? How do you do that?
For example, for my book, The Pharaohs Code, for example, this is the first book that tackles the ancient Egyptians' wisdom with the modern success strategies that we learn from the living experts nowadays.
So it's not necessarily that the book like pops out at you or sings you a song. It's that you've packaged the knowledge and the wisdom in a way that's surprising.
That's surprising and unique, So this is it's a mergement between the wisdom of then and now. First books that's talking about the ancient Egyptians and how they think about life and success, and the modern success principles and strategies that we learn.
So definitely you've adopted a new approach. You surprise them with a new way to structure the information. Okay, gotcha.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. What's the fourth P?
Well, for example, like Steve Jobs in his magical product, the iPad. He created a new category of devices that we were not used to even think of before.
Well,
he came up with
are you talking about the iPod?
The iPad.
Because the iPad, what's interesting about the iPod, I think at the time was definitely the new category. With the iPad, there had been tablets out there, but what you're saying is he surprised them with a new experience. Nobody had experienced that kind of tablet before.
Exactly. So this is the kind of positioning you need to have in the market.
Okay, so think of how you can surprise them with something unexpected and valuable and a unique experience. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the last step, or the last piece, so now we have been purpose, practice, positioning, and then profits. You need to start thinking of building a solid business model that transform your knowledge or your expertise, your positioning, into consistent profits. And the best way that I recommend and that I've experienced and I've found the easiest way to turn any passion whatsoever into profits is blogging. Because blogging is a medium where you can either write, you can speak, you can record videos, you can use any of the ways that you can share your knowledge or experience or even your performance.
With blogging,
yeah,
it's a tool, and there's some people who don't really know how to use the tool. There's some people that use it very, very well. But what you're saying is blogging is an excellent tool to start expressing what it is that you represent. So then people can start relating with you, relating with your content. And I think the most important thing is to be very clear about what you want them to do next when they enjoy your blog, when they like what they're seeing. But it's a wonderful tool to get started.
Yes, I learned this principle from Rich Schifrin. Rich Schifrin of strategicprofits.com. He's known of being the guru of gurus, of helping people have a successful online business. And he, in one of the coaching calls that I had with him, he said that in order to be a true expert in your market, you need to be prolific. And being prolific means that you always need to consistently feed the hunger of your market. They always need more from you. And what I found is that blogging is the best tool where you can consistently feed your market with new information, up-to-date knowledge, and experiences that you have in your life so that you can always add value, consistent value. So it's not just one product that you shoot and that's it. No, in the blog, you always add articles, videos, audios, interviews, everything. You are prolific in your knowledge. And this way you will attract a community. And when you attract a community, always money will follow automatically.
All right. So if I'm setting this up in stages, what I hear is start on some kind of blogging platform. This is your broadcasting tool for the knowledge and value and expertise that you've learned through your practice, that you've mastered.
Yes.
And from there, you can start to direct them to your products. And you can start building an email list, and you can start building a tribe. You start building a following. And from that platform, you've created a community that is going to sustain you. And as you continue to grow that community, your business will grow.
Exactly. And, it has been said that an article that I wrote somewhere, I cannot remember where, but it's the concept or the theory that is that if you were able to build 1,000 fans, then your business will skyrocket forever.
And these aren't Facebook fans that kind of mosey around. And,
no.
Yeah, these are
fans that they will buy anything that you offer. They will refer huge numbers of people to you. They will talk about you everywhere. These true fans of your business.
Exponential growth from real, active, loyal fan base. So
exactly.
And this is what I'm hearing. There's a lot of comparison in, how many people do you have on your list? How many people on Twitter? How many? It's really about who is actively interested and loyal to what you're sharing, because you're sharing so much value and you're giving them unique experiences.
Exactly. I can't agree more.
All right, so let's re-summarize, and then let's wrap up with maybe some kind of wisdom or any final points that you want to leave people with, or maybe a specific action you want them to take. And we'll also share how to get the first two people that apply for this. Actually, it's the first two people that have the good answers, right? They're gonna have to respond to a question. So we'll talk about how to get that free gift in a second, the free life purpose coaching session. So let's re-summarize what we talked about. You have the 4 Ps to really creating a successful business that you're passionate about. And those 4 Ps are purpose, practice, position, and profits. And the questions you want to ask in purpose is how to find more joy in my life and how to bring more joy to others. And when you know the answers to those questions, you're going to start living on purpose. The next thing is rather than going out and trying to change the world and everything, you're going to master and hone your craft through practice. 2 books that you suggest is Outliers and Bounce. And you want to learn all the things related to your field of passion, connect with passionate people in the same field, and notice how they are making it happen in their field, how they are turning their passion into a business. Then you want to start positioning yourself in a way that is unique, that's going to surprise them. And then and that's packaging your information or packaging the experience in a way that's unique And then fourthly, you want to build a solid business that can transform your knowledge and expertise into consistent profits. And the model that you've set up is blogging to maybe building an email and a tribe. You can use probably something like Facebook for that, some kind of community where you can build 1,000 active fans that want to buy your products and spread the word about what you're doing.
Exactly. Gotcha. Perfect summary.
Okay, love it. I love it. It's very clear. Let's talk about the free life purpose coaching sessions, and then we'll end on some kind of point of wisdom that you want to share with everybody. So the free life purpose coaching session, it's a $97 value using the PAS technique. We won't even go into what that is. I don't know. But it is the world's easiest way to find purpose and passion in life. It's a new revolutionary technique to help you find your life's purpose in 30 minutes or less. This is like, this is a really unique offer. So briefly, let's talk about where they can go to what is the question that you have for them, and the person that can best answer that question, how can they get this life purpose coaching session?
First, I would like to say that the beauty of this technique is not about timing, it's about the technique itself. Yes, the timing is short, but the real value of this technique is how you find your purpose, the technique that is followed to find your purpose. I don't ask any of the reflection questions that what did you love to do when you were a child, and what would you do if you won $1 million? All these types of questions, I don't answer them in this technique. The way this technique is shaped is totally new. So I'm offering this to two of your audience who will send me the best answer to why do you want to find your purpose in life. And I don't want a dramatic story or how miserable their life is and all this stuff. I just want to know what in their mind, or when they imagine that you find your purpose in life, what are you going to do? Why do you want to find your purpose in life? So the two best answers that I will get, I will contact them and send them free access to the video coaching version of the PAS technique, where I walk them in a 45 minutes video on how to go through the PAS technique, how to do the exercise. And they can email me at info@tohami.com. Tohami is TOHAMI.com.
Okay, info@tohami.com. Why do you want to discover your purpose? What might you use it for? The two best answers, so not the first responders, but the two best answers that email info@tohami.com. You're going to get the free life purpose coaching session, this 45-minute video that walks you through how to finally establish what your purpose and your passion is. All right, Tohami, before we wrap up, I mean, this has been a very insightful show, and I'm sure everybody watching and listening has appreciated it as much as I have, or I hope they have. What are some final words of wisdom or a final action that you want somebody to take who is inspired and encouraged, but can easily get lost back in the fray of everyday life if they don't do something, if they don't think about something when they leave from this? So what do you want to leave them with?
Yeah, I would like to remind you that passion is king, and only when you breathe it in can the transformation begin. Listen to your heart.
Continue. Sorry, Tohami.
No, just listen to your heart, and your life will never be the same.
Okay, and this means more than logic. You maybe got a load of logical discussion on the surface.
Yeah.
Breathe it in.
Yes.
Breathe it in and let it live you.
Let your heart guide the way.
Let your heart guide the way.
Your heart is born to be the leader, and your mind is born to be the manager.
Okay, Tohami, I love it. The 4 Ps. You can pick up Tohami's book, The Pharaohs Code, Creating a Joyful Life and a Lasting Legacy, on Amazon or on his website, transformationalmotivation.com. Tohami, thanks for being on today's show, buddy. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much, James. I enjoyed it.
Me too. Everybody watching and listening right now, be sure and check out the website, transformationalmotivation.com, and be sure and like and subscribe this Full Potential show and share what you learned so that you can get more great insights from people like Tohami and freebies that you'll only find right here on the Full Potential show. All right, Tohami, I know it's evening there and you're about to go to bed, so have a great night there in Cairo, Egypt.
Thank you.
All
Bye.
right, take care. Bye-bye.
Well, that concludes this week's episode of The Full Potential Show, your #1 non-boring source for personal development. I'm James Rick, and if you want to get more positive programming for your brain absolutely free on a weekly basis, just visit fullpotential.com.
If you like The Full Potential Show, you're going to love the Full Potential Club. What would you like most as a Full Potential Club member? Be 2 to 3 times more productive? Do what you're passionate about? Have more energy? Reduce your work hours? Travel the world? Enjoy an amazing lifestyle on a frugal budget? What if you could do them all? James Rick has been there and done it in ways that few people have. For anyone serious about taking their life or business to the next level, you know you've got to do more than just watch. You've got to do. Join James Rick and other like-minded people for an incredible $10 a month at fullpotential.com/club. Be educated. Be empowered. Be the best version of you. fullpotential.com/club. Try it free for 30 days.